Acharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhashat Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vacharam Pangam Yandate Girim Yat Patamam Vande Shri Gurun Devatarine. Hare Krishna. So today we have to see verse number 16. So Krishna is explaining about the austerity. So austerity, in austerity of goodness, Krishna explained about austerity of the body, austerity of the speech. Now one more important is austerity of the mind. So mana prasadaha saumyatvam.
Mana prasada saumyatvam.
Maunam atma vinigraha.
Maunam atma vinigraha.
Bhava samshuddhir iti etad.
Bhava samsuddhirityetad.
Tapo manasam uchyate.
Tapo manasam uchyate.
So
Mana prasada saumyatvam. Maunamatma vinigraha. Bhava samsuddhirityetad. Tapo manasam uchyate.
okay, so translation and purport. Satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind. Purport. To make the mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. It should be trained that it can be, should be so trained that it can be always thinking of doing good for others. The best training of the mind is gravity in thought. One should not deviate from Krishna consciousness and must always avoid sense gratification. To purify one's nature is to become Krishna conscious. Satisfaction of the mind can be obtained only by taking the mind away from thoughts of sense enjoyment. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more mind becomes dissatisfied. In the present age, we unnecessarily engage the mind in so many different ways of our sense gratification, and so there is no possibility of minds becoming satisfied. The best course is to divert the mind to Vedic literatures, which is full of satisfying stories, as in the Puranas or the Mahabharata. One can take advantage of this knowledge and thus become purified. The mind should be devoid of duplicity, and one should think the welfare of all. Silence means that one always thinking of self-realization. The person in Krishna consciousness observes perfect silence in this age. Control of mind means detaching the mind from sense enjoyment. One should be straightforward in his dealings and thereby purify his existence. All these qualities together constitute austerity in mental activities. So three austerities: body, mind, and speech. So whenever we talk about any sage or any person, we have to engage our body, mind, and speech in the service of the Lord. So the Vaishnava sannyasis, they are called Tridandi sannyasis. So they are three sticks when they carry the sannyas danda. So that actually represents that they have dedicated their body, mind, and speech, everything for Krishna only. So they will not do any other activities. They dedicated their life. And so how they dedicate their life is body, mind, and speech, all the three for Krishna. So, but other than that, there are other qualities that Saumyatvam is very important, because without duplicity. So duplicity is one of the qualities of human being in Kali Yuga. So we cannot be simple, or we are biased, or we are hypocrisy is there. So it's very difficult to understand who is who, how is he who, and identify a person, because there are no straightforward dealings. Something is, the face is showing something different, the words are saying something different, but the mind, the inside intentions is very different. This is actually what creates all the problems. And then we misjudge somebody, and then the conflict starts. But of course, we cannot control other people, but at least we can control ourselves. So Krishna is telling about ourselves. So how we should be straightforward. One advantage of this is uh, when we are not straightforward with our dealings with others, what happens is, if I um, deal with somebody today, I talk something, and I didn't express myself correctly or truthfully, I have to remember what I have told this one certain person on certain topic. So next time when same person comes and same topic comes, then I have to remember what I have told him. So that mind becomes engaged, because we are engaging in the not the straightforward talks. We are doing something different than what is in our mind. So then mind has to adjust and has to remember. So actually this engages mind in these material activities. What I said to somebody, what somebody said to me, how I replied. So it's actually unnecessary wastage of our energy and mind. Actually, mind is, there's a lot of discussion about mind because it's king of senses in Bhagavad Gita. And mind can be used for our deliverance also. But if we engage mind in such activities, it's difficult. The mind will drag us everywhere. So mind should be positively engaged. So the simpler our dealings are with people, and honest our dealings are with people, it becomes, the mind becomes peaceful, because it will not have to think or remember so many things. And then it can actually, mind can be engaged in service of Lord by thinking about God, thinking how can I do good for everyone, rather than being duplicitly calling, doing some things. And purification actually is, uh, as a jiva in particular body, I have particular swabhav. I have particular uh, tendencies to do certain things, to do some good things, do some bad things, whatever. But I have certain tendencies by which I operate, and that may be not, that may not be always uh, favorable for devotional service or bhakti. But with the mind and the intelligence, we have to control those activities by which we are going away from the devotional service. So that is actually, we say, purification of swabhav, some suddhi. I control my nature and I do what is good for me, considering that my goal of life is to attain bhakti or love of God. And so we have to understand what is our nature, and um, how we behave, and analyze, right? So it's not an easy task. We have to do every day, and maybe do we do today, tomorrow we fail. Again, we do day after tomorrow, again we fail. So we have to keep doing and keep practicing, and someday we will achieve that perfection of uh, changing, not changing, but overcoming our swabhav or our intent, characters. So that is called purification. And so one of the way of purification, okay, if I am angry, I will say what I want to say. But with the mind and intelligence, we can control the speech, that okay, I am angry now, so I should not speak. So the mind will help to control this urge to speak something. So by this, actually, we control or we purify our swabhav. If I have a tendency to speak or give answers in anger, say harsh words. We have to control it. So mind can be used for that, and that can be done when mind is engaged in positive things instead of doing duplicity or hypocrisy. Be simple. So sages or the Vaishnavas should be simple. Of course, um, it's not easy to be simple and straightforward because you will be tested everywhere, and you will be facing a lot of problems because of your straightforward nature and simple nature. People may take disadvantage of you. Mm. And then you have to face problems, but that problems are actually for our purification, because if I get problems I will act in particular way or react. So we have to judge that reaction also, and that's how we keep on improving our consciousness. So Krishna consciousness or the spiritual practice is actually a progressive, continuous process which should be practiced every day. And we have to apply these rules and teachings every day. So by if we can actually take help of our mind, it becomes much more easier. Otherwise, the mind will be our enemy. It will drag us away from everything. Even if we do so many positive things, the mind itself has so much power that after doing several positive things, we can do negative things. Negative means not favorable. So it's a continuous process and should be practiced every time, every second, what we say. We cannot trust the mind. So these are the austerities of mind. So whenever we say austerity, it is actually something that we have natural tendency towards, and we try to control it for better engagements. So this is what we call austerity, and Krishna has explained about these three types of austerities. Of means not three types, but three ways of austerity: of body, mind, and speech. So now Krishna will explain about how these austerities can be done in goodness and passion, ignorance. Because that is the main thing. Krishna is explaining about the three types of faith, and how somebody who don't follow the Shastra, but follow some faith in something, how he reacts and how his actions are in different modes. So we'll see tomorrow about this, how these different austerities with faith work. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any comments? Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.